What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. And today we got a free Altina in the presents. So in this video I'm just going to be going over my thoughts on Altina as a unit, some of the options you have with her, and overall my thoughts on this distribution and this Hero Rises event. So yeah, Altina is an incredibly powerful unit, one of the best sword units we have in the game because of the dual phase brave effect that she's got in her weapon, along with having distant counter. So that is just really powerful. And she also has Ashera's Chosen, which can just patch up her flyer weakness, so it makes her even better. So if you didn't have any kind of Altina before, this is going to be really good for you, because if you're not in tier 21 yet, it's going to be making it easy for you to get from tier 20 to 21, and it's definitely possible with just one Altina. And you could also do that in the light season because you have 2 mythics. And if you're already in tier 21, then in the Astro seasons, it's going to be easier for you to stay there by offsetting your defense losses. Ether Raids does give you Heroic Grails and Dragon Flowers, and now even Divine Pulse, so there are definitely some rewards which you could get from that mode. So for that kind of mode, Altina definitely brings a lot of value. And there's also the fact that she's always going to be a rotating bonus unit in Ether Raids, and with bonus stats, Altina can definitely sweep some teams. You just have to watch out for hardy bearing Aphelias and hardy bearing units in general. Now, Altina is definitely not the best offensive mythic hero in the game, but she's certainly better than Naga. In the Astro season, Naga is just such a big liability that, like, Altina brings so much to the table compared to Naga. At least Altina can carry herself, you know, Vantage Sweep here and there, do some attack, do some damage, but Naga is just incapable of even doing that. So you can have one Altina and one Naga. That's definitely much better than having just 2 Nagas. And 2 Altinas is also pretty good if you do run a Vantage Sweeper, because Altina's legendary effect, or mythic effect I guess, gives you more attack. So that is just really good for Vantage Sweepers. And if you already have 2 Altinas, then yeah, there's really not much you can do with her. Merging is the only option because she doesn't have anything for fodder other than her Slotsy skill, which is Attack, Defense, Oath. And Oath skills are good for self-sustainability, but they're just way better Slotsy skills than that. So that's overall my thoughts on Altina. Now these are going to be the 3 primary builds that you're going to be seeing on Altina most of the time. So you can just run Fierce Stance, have Reposition, really cheap to do. And you can also have Brazen, Attack Resistance, have Defense Smoke from Pain. So that's going to be helping you with Vantage Sweeping. Altina herself is not going to be able to Vantage Sweep a lot of the well-made Ether Raids teams, because a lot of times they're going to be having these hardy bearing units in the back line. So Altina is not going to be able to snipe them. But against certain kinds of teams, Altina can definitely do that. And the third build is a bit more niche in terms of where you could use this. So it's a Heavy Blade Gale Force build, and you want to use this with already like a Gale Force team. So she's the only offensive mythic hero who can utilize Gale Force. Naga cannot use that. Peony obviously cannot. Air also cannot, but there's a strategy called Air Force, which requires Disarm Trap, but it's a completely different thing. But basically, you could run this with the Gale Force team with a lot of Gale Force units, and this can work out because Gale Force becomes a 4-turn cooldown special, and you just have to hit someone twice and you just trigger your Gale Force. It's going to be even better when she's a bonus unit because she's going to be having more attack. So with this kind of build, you definitely want to give her some attack buff. So overall, like, Altina is a pretty great unit. For a lot of the in-game content, you could just sweep a lot of the stuff with Altina by giving her attack buff and stuff like that. And she's going to be proving to be pretty useful unit to majority of the people. And now I just want to go over my thoughts on this distribution and this event. So last year we had this Hero Rises event where there were like 4 piss orbs, I guess. That's what a lot of people like to call them, because the outcome was completely random. So you could get Legendary Lyn, which was the worst case scenario. But this year it's at least a bit better. Everyone is getting the same unit. There's no randomness involved. But the thing is that there is no Xenolog for this free unit. They did do that in the first Hero Rises event, where Legendary Ike was given out as a free unit through Xenolog, so it can be done anytime. It's a timeless event. And here they have explicitly stated that her event is only going to be lasting from 11th of March to 11th of April. So if you do not get Altina in this month, that's it. You've lost her. There's no way for you to get her after that time period. And that really sucks, because that is really anti-new player in a sense, because if someone starts playing this game after that time period, they're not going to be able to get Altina. Or hell, even if someone like is on a break and is not playing this game, maybe because they are busy with their real life, maybe they have some exams going on, they just ignore this game for a month and they just miss on this a Hero Rises event, which is supposed to celebrate the 3rd anniversary of this game. And I'm really salty about this because this means that it's not going to be that easy to use her in free-to-play guides, because if I do use her in free-to-play guides, then like those free-to-play guides are of no value to the players who started playing this game after like the time period, or if they missed this kind of event. And the thing about free-to-play guides is that they can be timeless, because you have units like Legendary Ike, all of the Heroes Path units, which are guaranteed to get for every single person. What you do with that unit is up to you, but it is guaranteed that everyone will get those units, so that's how free-to-play guides work. And I guess Intelligent Systems just saw how Legendary Ike was being used in every single free-to-play guide by every single guide maker on YouTube, and maybe that's why they did that. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't really have any kind of confirmation, but it wouldn't surprise me because these kinds of phone games, I think, pay more attention to the community. One example being is that they did listen to our feedback about removing the Fey Pass counter on the quest fountain. Even if you didn't have Fey Pass, it would still show up that you have 6 rewards to collect. So they did fix that in this update. So I just think that they probably took a look and they didn't want like this kind of free to really strong unit to be used in guides and stuff, because let's be honest, Altina can trivialize a lot of the in-game content pretty easily. She is not like super broken unit in terms of that, at least in Abyssal context, because she's really slow, so if she misses the kill, then she's getting double and she's going down, that's it. And obviously they could have like dazzling staff units and those kinds of annoying units on the Abyssal maps, and they've already stated that the Lunatic, Infernal, and Abyssal maps are going to be seeing a slight bit of increase in terms of difficulty. From what I've seen, it's like 2-3 stats from what we saw in Flame Emperor's Grand Tour battle, but that battle didn't have any kind of reinforcement. So yeah, that's a bit sad to me, honestly, because I was honestly pretty excited for this event, but then someone told me on Twitter that this is a limited time event, so are you really going to be using her or not? And another reason is that even if you don't care about free-to-play guys, that's fine, but another thing which pisses me off about this is that Fort system in Ether Raids is so unfair to new players. If you're a new player, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage in terms of Fort. The whole Fort system is pretty stupid in my opinion. So, like, going up the tiers as a new player is going to be incredibly hard for you, and Altina kind of makes it easy for you in the Aster season to just continue your climb. Obviously, in the Light season, you have the Book 3 and Book 4 Light Mythics, so that's going to be making it easy for you. But in Aster season, Altina could have definitely helped those new players, because if you guys do not know, like, a lot of people like to camp in like tier 18 or tier 20 or in these arbitrary like tiers, just having their team. Even though they could go up the tier, they have the fort advantage, so it's pretty easy for them to win the defense battles and comfortably just stay in that tier. So a lot of people do camp like that. I mean, they're not really a large amount of people, but still, there are those kinds of campers. So yeah, that's basically the two reasons why I really dislike this kind of distribution in terms of gift. Because if you didn't log in between this time period, then you're not going to be getting Altina, a free Astra Mythic hero who has got Distant Counter and Brave Effect built into her weapon. Because let's be honest, how hard was it to make like a Xenolog for Altina? It was just the matter of choosing to do it or not. I really hope in Book 5 they don't also have like some kind of time-gated unit. If you don't log in between like the first 2 months of start of the new book, you don't get the free unit or something like that, because Intelligent Systems at this point could definitely do that. I could see them doing that. And as for me, I did vote for a duo Alphonse actually first, and when he lost, I supported Sothis. Now, a lot of people actually accuse me that I'm supporting Altina because of having that Altina winking thumbnail for my Ether Raid series. Now, that whole thing was pre-planned because the part 2 of that series has a sponsorship bit for like 45 seconds at start, so I did plan for that series to have that sponsorship in there. So I definitely don't have that kind of power to influence these many people. That video has like what, 25,000 views or something. So I can guarantee that I was not promoting Altina because I myself was not even supporting her in voting Gauntlet. And I was gonna use like the Mythic Heroes for part 1 and 2 either way for like the thumbnail stuff. So that's just what I wanted to address. So yeah, that is gonna be it for the video. A bit of it was informative, a bit of it was just me putting my thoughts forward. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me a lot with YouTube algorithm. And when you subscribe, please be sure to hit the notification bell so that you can always get the updates to my videos whenever I upload. Because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as the scene log for this Altina distribution. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.